Yo, Mimos. Hey, look what I got. It's a drunken woodworker shirt. You know who sent this to me? The Drunken Woodworker. It's from David. If you haven't seen David's show, The Drunken Woodworker, on YouTube, check it out. It's a vlog, and he talks about, well, other woodworking shows. He gives his recommendations, things that he likes and sees, and that sort of thing. And it's a lot of fun. He's kind of a hipster woodworker. He's got that beard and the glasses and kind of like Capital Cities, sort of like Capital Cities. Oh, I love Capital Cities, by the way. But as I was looking at the name, The Drunken Woodworker, I was realizing what a difference an EN makes in this. Because with Drunken Woodworker is kind of whimsical and fun. To me, it evokes the Drunken Master series of kung fu movies. But you take away that EN, and what are you left with? Drunk Woodworker. You probably don't want to walk around with a shirt that just says Drunk Woodworker. Anyways, this was really cool. Thanks a lot, David. I hope you all enjoyed this week's project, the sofa snack table. At least that's what I called it. I saw it somewhere else called a sofa snack table because I wasn't really sure what to call that thing. It's sort of also just an end table. It could be used for a lot of different things, but it slides under and it's really handy, and I think it's gonna work out pretty nicely in our living room. I did it in cherry because that matches the rest of the furniture I've been slowly building for our living room. I've got the cherry coffee table, the TV, what's the word I'm looking for? The TV stand, the credenza, my credenza, and then I built the lamp table and then the other end table. And those are all out of cherry, so it all kind of ties together in a loose way. But it seems like most of the people seem to like it. Most of the comments were favorable on it. A few people didn't care much for it, but that's normal. What is your opinion on, not your opinion on pocket holes, that's kind of, some people like them, some people don't, but whether you should conceal your pocket holes or not? Because I had a few people ask me why I didn't cover them up, because you can, I have some of these things. These are little plugs that fill, they're specially made just to fill those pocket holes once you put the screw in. You could also just use a dowel and sand it off, but I rarely use these things because I try to put the pocket holes where they're not gonna show, and in that table they were in the underside, hooking the base on, and then on the inside where you really don't see them. But that got me to thinking, why do we need to really conceal any kind of joinery? In fact, a lot of joinery we want to show off. We show off our mortise and tenon joints and dovetail joints because we're very proud of the fact that we made those by hand. I probably wouldn't want pocket holes showing on the major parts of a project. But if they're on the underside and back sides where they don't get seen that often, and if they do get seen, it's okay if people know how I assembled the project. I'm not trying to hide anything. Leave a comment on what your opinions are on pocket hole joinery. I think that the system itself of joining things together with pocket screws is a great way to make things quickly and easily, and they're very strong. Oh, I got a video recommendation for you this week, and it comes from Steve Carmichael. And Steve Carmichael is fast becoming one of my favorite woodworking YouTubers. His videos are really a lot of fun to watch, and this week he did one on making a drumstick, and while that's probably a project that most of us won't do, unless you're a drummer, I suppose. It was really cool to watch him turn that. I think he has a new lathe he's using. But the second half of that video, he played the drums and he did 10 different drum riffs that he wanted you to try to guess what songs those riffs were from, which was really cool. I've never heard of something like that before. I never think of a drum riff. I think of guitar riffs, you know, and try to guess that. But a drum riff was really cool. I actually showed those last night up on my TV. If you guys don't have a Roku or a Chromecast, you should get one. Chromecast especially, because it's really inexpensive. And then you can watch YouTube on the big screen. But I showed that to my son, at least just that second half of his drum licks. And so I had him trying to guess he got most of them. He didn't get some of them. I got all of them except one, but I won't give you any spoilers. Definitely go check that out. See the link down in the description and see how many of those you recognize. It's funny to hear that and think, oh my God, I know exactly what that is, just from a few hits on the drums. And I've heard from some people who are thinking about starting up their own YouTube channels. After I mentioned last week, I kind of issued a challenge to start and create your own YouTube videos, and I think that's great. I'd love to see as many people make YouTube videos as possible. It helps us all. Well, I hope those of you who have been experiencing what seems to me like it's been a really rough winter for a lot of people in America, at least, and especially in the Midwest, in upper Midwest, and just lots and lots of snow. But I hope you're crawling out from under it and that spring is in the air. I remember last week I was talking about maybe shooting some short videos. I did that. I shot yesterday my finishing technique. This is what it looks like, a board that's finished. It's nice and slick. I did that, and then I shot my inkjet photo transfer method too. So those will be short films, and I'll just put those sometime during the middle of the week, I suppose. I'd like to have a name for those. I don't know. It's a gnat. It's a gnat in here. I don't want to call them quick tips. Mortal minis? Mini mortals? Mini me's? I don't know. Leave a comment if you have any suggestion what to call those things to differentiate them from my regular Friday videos, so people will be able to see the thumbnail and understand that this isn't the regular video. Because if I don't differentiate it somehow, then people will click on that and say, man, I like the old Steve when you used to post videos on Friday. The other comment that almost every YouTube creator is going to get on their channel is somebody will say, well, there is 3 minutes I'll never get back in my life. You know, like it was so hard to click away from the video. And actually, when you think about it, every 3 minutes you spend is 3 minutes you'll never get back, you know, because time goes forward. Not, well, and maybe, you know, like in Doctor Who. So look for some of those short videos coming up in the next few weeks. And if you have any suggestions, any little tips, any techniques that you've seen me do in a video that you'd like for me to elaborate on, let me know, and maybe I'll shoot one of those too. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.